Scroll. No, I'm scared of the Chandler. You can do Chandler's somewhere, or you can have arrow runner schedule for your valley and take it out of your talent. It's like, you want money?
Wow. How did I become a fail? Well, you didn't even come to class when I had a review. So you made a 40% on your final exam. What did you expect? Oh, well, I expect to pass. Well, you have to come to class. Roger Johnson, I know you're on Zoom. Okay, let's see here. Bruce. What's it different time? It'll be at 9:50 to 11:40, okay? And what are you supposed to bring to have to do the problems? Yeah, calculator. Cell phones won't work, okay? No cell phones, because somebody screwed it up on the last test. Okay, so no cell phones at all be allowed out, okay? There's some problems, no problems I gave you. It's not a big deal, you can always do them longhand too. Homework due is 8 through 13, okay? It's worth 5 points. Of course, you don't have to do the homework. You can just blow it off and throw away those 5 points. Somebody can't afford to throw away any points, okay? Okay, here we go. To learn something, you can bet it's going to be on the test, right? So pay attention, okay? That's what we're pretty quick. Yeah, Hoover Dam put an electricity for most of those southwestern United States. That's an open hydraulic system. Fluid is used to turn the turbines, right? Do work. So that would be an open hydraulic system versus made up your labs. If you got some open labs today, it's your last chance to make them up. What happens if you don't make up your labs? You finish the semester with 2 or 3 labs still open. What happens then? Nothing? I just waive it for you? No, I'm not going to waive it. You know, I'm going to dock 10 points off your final course grade, which most of you can't afford to have any points docked off. You need to make up your labs today if you have an open lab station. We want to fix that in the lab today, okay? Our chemical advantage with Pascal's law. Put a pressure on fluid. The system like that is going to save the system and dump the pressure back into the reservoir, okay? Here's the annual. A government inspection authorization, right? So when you have a progressive inspection, you have those four events, right?
It's a phenomenon, it's a fact that as you get older, you lose your high frequency hearing. And it becomes important because you don't really lose all your hearing, but the high frequency is very important. It's like the difference between an S and an F is all high frequency sound. So I'm going to keep increasing this, and there's about 12,000 cycles per second, and I can't hear it anymore. And now I'm going to increase it to 15,000. You should all still be able to hear that probably. There's 16,000, 17. Some of you probably can't hear that anymore. Who can still hear it? All right, there's 18,000. Who can still hear that? Right, so you're right about appropriate for your age, between 17,000 and 18,000 cycles. When you're about 5 or 6 years old, you have your best hearing, and you can hear clear on up to 20,000 cycles per second. A PowerPoint, and then that's going to be it for the semester. You guys made it. Well, I think you did. Yeah, we'll see. We'll see. All right, I'm going to talk about electromagnetism for a little bit. So I've got a little simple device here. It's got a couple batteries and some windings of copper wire, and the copper wire is actually insulated with enamel, sort of like paint, so that they don't short out to each other. So it's like insulated wire, and I've got a little switch here to turn it on and off. And what does this do? It becomes an electromagnet. It's called an electromagnet because when I put the power to it, when I put the switch in, then it's a magnet. And I've lifted some, magnetic materials out of there. And then when I release the switch, it's not a magnet anymore. Electromagnet. This simple device is the basis for much of our technology in the world today. And we'll start off with a motor. Here's a DC motor. And I've got a couple batteries and a switch that turn it on. And the batteries are connected right to these two terminals right here. This and this are called brushes because they brush against this part called the commutator. And what happens here, when I've got it in this position right here, the electricity is being conducted to this segment and that segment right there, which turns on this electromagnet. There's windings around there, and this is laminated here, but it's still a ferrous material or iron or steel, what have you, and it turns it into an electromagnet. Electromagnets are being switched on and off, that it causes a little spark there. So that brings up the question, what's the difference between voltage and current? Voltage is measured in volts and current is measured in amps. But what's the difference between the two? You need both to have a circuit.
Is it like how many electrons are going through is voltage?
That's amperage. How many electrons, or the quantity of electrons, is the amperage, or amps. Little servos in all over your body, the muscles are little servos. They're powered by the electricity that comes from your nerves. If you are an electrical machine, you have a resistance. You can hook yourself up to an ohm meter to measure the resistance, and you have about, depending on how, your thickness of your skin and the humidity of your skin, you're about 500,000 ohms, so electricity will flow through your body. And it will do a lot of damage too. Help himself. He's involuntarily holding on to a wire, because what happens if you got a wire with electricity in it and you accidentally touch it with your hand is an electrical machine, and it automatically just clamps right onto it as hard as you can clamp, and you can't force yourself to let go unless the electricity is shut off. So he can't help himself. What would you do to help him?
Shut off the electricity.
That's the best thing you can do, is shut off the electricity. And then the next thing is, what if you don't know where to shut it off? What's the next thing you would do? Would you want to touch him?
No.
No, you don't want to touch him. You're a resistor. If you have some resistance in your body, and if you go up and touch him, you're going to become part of the circuit, and you're going to be being shocked too. So what else can you do?
Break the circuit.
Try to get him off of the circuit somehow. Like take a piece of wood or plastic that does not conduct electricity and get his body or whatever's touching the electricity off of it. The worst case scenario is if you're standing on a wet floor, that's earth, and the electricity that comes through your house, earth is part of the circuit, so that's the worst case.
What's the importance of grounding yourself? Or like, it's like something with like rubber boots or something?
That's if you're handling really sensitive electronic devices that can be harmed by static electricity. Everyone knows what static is. You walk across a room, and if you drag your feet on the carpet, you build up a static charge on your body. Not shocked anymore, but they're probably going to die if you don't help them. So almost in any case, if somebody's been shocked or electrocuted, they can be saved if you give them CPR and possibly mouth to mouth to get their breathing going again. Because what happens is, again, your heart is an electrical machine too, and it's been confused by this electricity that's been going through it, and it's fibrillating, it's called, and it's just like not pumping blood anymore. It's just kind of vibrating instead of pumping quite a bit. So there's no moving part like this anymore. It's all done with electronics. But these are the backbone of the computing industry. This stores the program and your data, and it's an electromagnetic device. There's a little electromagnet right in the tip of this. It's so small it's hard to see, and the wires for it are on the other side of this arm here, but the wires go down inside of here, and as this rotates, this can be told by a servo in here to go on a different track, like playing a record.
I'm trying to squeak out a low C. I want some people call your hands up before you run off, okay? So you check your grade, so you know what you're doing, so you know what you're up against. So if you know you need to study a lot. Yeah, everybody needs to study a lot. Somebody more. Okay, let's do this presentation real quick, okay? I promise you they will not know. And here's the IDG, does the same thing, 150 volts, 400 hertz plus the minus 20, okay? And here's one over southwest, old style over southwest over there. All that stuff is located here, comes up underneath the hell hole here, below the cockpit, okay? And let me see, here's what the transformer rectifiers looks like. This one right here. Most all this stuff has fans. So you get your engines running, your AP running. We don't have an AP here. And then your AP can also power up all the buses. When you turn off, you won't need your ground power anymore. Here's your circuit right here that goes to that inverter. Okay. If one generator fails, the other generator can pick up most of the load, and you can crank up your APU in the airliner, and you don't lose anything. APU can run all day and all night. No time they don't run the APU, okay? And I want to show you now. Here is what you'll see on your caution warning, how you work that. Okay, let's see. Left generator, I don't want that on. Let's say, look at my left generator. Left generator may not be. I'm going to show you, say you have a malfunction comes on. Let's do a real simple one here, like the fuel low, for example. If you have a fuel low comes on, you get a master caution light, yellow light in the cockpit. What you tell your captain, hey captain, do you see our caution light we got? He said, yeah, I see it. You can clear it now. You clear the light and it arms the system for another malfunction, okay? So you get another malfunction, you get something, we'll get an oxygen. Captain, see the new thing we just got? He said, yeah, I see it. Mr. First Officer, you can clear them. We got oxygen low. Okay, you can clear the malfunction. Both crew members knows what's happening in the airplane. You don't just see it and clear it and don't tell the captain what's going on, okay? Both guys have to know what's happening in the airplane at all times. And if we have a fire, you can't clear that. That's going to ding, 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 fire light comes on, okay? And it's going to tell him, pull it all back to idle, and the fire light may go out. If it doesn't go out, he'll fire his fireballs and put the fire out, okay? This one you can't clear, that one. So everybody knows what's going on inside the cockpit. You're a crew. You're not two individual guys. You learn to work as a crew now once you start doing your crew training here in the advanced simulators, okay? So the fighter is no different from the airliners. The only difference is you just have fewer, you don't have 3 transformer rectifiers, do you? You only have 2. You have less equipment on the fighters to make the airplane more lighter and more, make it more maneuverable, okay? So it's the same stuff. Everything you learn about this stuff is going to be applicable whether you stay in the military or stay in the airlines for the next 35 years, whatever you do with your career, okay? That's the point of this. And you got your numbers right here. I want to give you the numbers, okay? So if you want to get your scores and where you stand in this class going into the final, I got it right here. All I need is a piece of paper. I'll read them to you. You can write them into your phone, okay? 2.3, 2.5, 8.3, 2.5, 11.8, 5, plus 25. You blew that last test.
You're going to have to give me 80%.
Okay. All right. So final's 25 points.
Oh, okay, cool.
Okay. You were doing terrific.
Yeah. Sir, how many questions on your final?
80 questions.
80?
Yeah. Okay. Okay. Oh, Roger.
She was flying it?
I added
right on
these
fire.
up, and that was
Because we're trying to learn how to do, or she was trying to learn how to do
65, you need 14 points. Okay.
I need 14 points off.
Never heard of it.
You get a C, you get a D, you pass.
If I get a D,
yeah, he yelled at us.
do I pass?
Well, you didn't fail, but you don't pass for graduation.
I didn't even realize that before here, because it was so late in the
Graduate
day.
is credit.
It was like
So we do
5.
credit, okay?
Okay.
You
So I
gotta
have to get
fail,
a
but
C.
you won't pass. Won't count for credit. You're wasting your time, in other words, okay?
Okay.
You got it, Brian Chung. So lab work, you got 20 points. You did your report and all that stuff right, you got 20 points, okay? And you get 5 more points for your homework turning in on Tuesday, okay? So you blew that last test. You made a 56 on the last test. That hurts you. That hurts you. So what's your total points? Okay, we already did you.
No, it doesn't sound right. Paulino. Next week.
Okay, Paulino.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, one more time.
Okay, 9.1, 2.5, 2.5, 7.9, 16.8, and 5.
And 5, what's the 5
That's the
for?
last homework for Unit 2 test.
Okay, and then we get 20 if we did the lab right.
Yeah, you get 20, and you get another 5 points for the final homework
Yes.
on Tuesday.
And then what
And
about
then the
the
points for the test, right?
The test is 25 points.
Right, so there's, for what you read off, there's a whole nother 50 points to go.
Yeah.
right?
Yeah, well, no, you got 20 points right now. That stuff right
No, I
there
know. I'm
is
saying
worth 20
like,
points
with what you read off, you haven't read off the 25 points
for the final.
for the
final. Haven't read those off yet.
or the 20 points for the labs, or the 5
Yeah, I
points
did
for
read
the
off the
lab.
points for the lab.
So there's a whole nother 50 points that could be
No, it's
added.
not another 50 points. You can't get another 50 points. Roger.
So is it out of 100?
No, it's not 100 points possible. Yeah, 100 points is the most you can make.
Right. But
Yeah.
what I'm saying is like whatever numbers you just gave us doesn't include the lab and
Doesn't
the
include-
final homework.
Yeah, it
and the
does
test.
include. I'm telling you, 20 points for the lab. I'm telling you, another 5 points. Assuming you're gonna do your homework, the last
Right.
homework. That makes a total of 25 points. The only thing I don't include is your test score. I don't know what your test score is going to
Right.
be.
So that's why I say 50 because
Well,
25,
yeah, I think
you see what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Like,
like
there's
you
a
think of
whole-
that way, yeah.
yeah,
So
there's
what's
a
your
whole
total?
other. My total was like in the like high 40s. So
Well,
of all these points,
well, let me see. I don't know, Roger. You didn't do that. You didn't do that. Terrible.
I did pretty good on the test. I didn't do great on one of them, but it was still a C.
Yeah.
All the others were B's.
Yeah, you made B's and C's, okay?
Yeah.
So you sure you didn't make it mess up your?
I might have. Can you
Yeah, let me
do it
give
more
it
time?
one more time, okay?
Sorry.
One more time. Okay, Roger. You got 8.8, 2.5, 7.3, 2.5, 16.2,
Oh, that's where I screwed up.
and 16.2, and then 5.
Okay.
That doesn't include
Plus
your
25
lab. It doesn't include plus 25 for the lab and your last homework.
and plus final test.
Final test is additional 25.
Right.
I don't know what you're gonna make. Okay. So what's your total now?
So now it would be
It's gonna be better.
51.1.
That's good. All you need is
Yeah, because if you go 25, then I'm at 76.1. So yeah,
You've been making 80. So you're probably gonna make an 80. You've been making 80%.
yeah, I would assume I'll get a B on the
80 is
final
20
test.
points. You make 80 on this test is 20 points.
Oh yeah, then I'll be in the 90s.
Yeah, good
Yeah,
for
okay,
you.
okay, okay.
Good for you.
Okay, I was scared that when I saw 40s, I got
That's kind of low.
shit myself.
You missed 0.5. And you blew that last test. So you got 11.8 for the last test, and you got 5 points for your homework. That's 40. Then I want you to add 20 for the lab work,
20 for the last
and I want you to add 5 more for the last homework.
5 for the last homework.
That's everything but your final exam, okay? What is that? Add up right quick.
I'll add them right now.
You got yours?
As long as you don't bomb the test, you're good.
If I bomb
No, they're
the
not.
test, then
No, Unit 1.
yeah, I won't even.
Well, let's see, like, so that's what you're at before the test?
Yeah.
So,
Unit
if you say you got,
Let's do you, okay? You're the one I'm concerned about. Okay, you got a piece of paper. I want you to write these numbers down,
all right.
okay? It doesn't work. Deal. Okay, here I go.
I'll just start. There we go.
Okay, Will. First test, you got 7 points for the first test. Just write 7. No homework. You didn't turn in any homework, okay? Next test, you got turn in homework 2.5 points, and you got 6.3 points for your homework. On the Unit 2 test, you got 8 points. You made 40% on that towards your exam.
3%?
No, you made 40% on the Unit 2 test. 0.4 times 20 points gives you 8 points. You didn't turn in a Unit 2 homework, okay? No, you didn't turn in your homework. Now, you got 20 points for my lab right here. Lab activities, you got 20 points, okay? Add that to your total. Add 20 points down there, okay? Now, are you gonna do your homework for this last unit?
Yeah.
That's 5 points, okay? Add 5 points to
All right, so let's just reiterate. 7, 2.5.
Okay, let me double check. Okay, 7, 2.5, 6.3,
Okay.
8,
All right.
and now 20 points for the lab.
Okay.
And you're gonna do your homework. That's another 5 points for your final homework, okay?
All right.
Now add those up.
All right. Let's see. 3 plus 8 plus 20. All right, 43.8.
You got 43.8 points,
Yeah.
okay? Let's say let's say you make the final exam is worth 25 points. You make an A that's 0.9 times 25 gives you 22.5 points. Add 22.5 points to that.
66.3.
How much?
66.3.
63.
66.3.
Okay, okay. You need to make it a little bit better than a .9. Say .9. No, I say .93 times 25 gives you 23 point. I'll round it up to 23.3. 23.3. Will that get you up?
67.05.
67.05. You need 2 more points. So, seven, 8. You need 2 more points. Let's go .95 times 25 equals 23.8.
Still not enough.
Huh? Still not enough? 23.8. That doesn't get you up to 69.5.
67.6.
67.6. Okay. Well, we can do better than that. You can make an A. You can make an A plus in this class. Okay. 0.96 times 25 gives you 24 points.
All right, I'm gonna do some math here.
Uh-huh.
Let me look. Okay. All right. 20, 23, okay. 70 minus 43.8, 26.2. What are you dividing by?
I'm not. I'm dividing. Well, what's your finals? I did that was .96.
You're gonna have to multiply by 1.04, 1.048 to get to BSC.
Now the rest of it looks good.
I don't understand what your number says. So
What are you multiplying by
the finals were
0.954?
25 points. Okay.
Okay.
If you make 100 on your test, you get 25 points.
Yeah.
Okay. If you make 0.97, which is an A plus, times 25, that equals 24.3. I'm gonna round it up, 24.3.
Oops, hold on. 68.1.
How much?
68.1. Now, if it was 20, if it was to be 25 points,
Yeah,
68.8.
58.8. You're still gonna be short. You need 69.5 to round it up to 70%. Okay? That's
Yep.
homework. If you'd have done any one of those homeworks, you would have it, okay?
Yep.
Homework is so important. And you didn't turn any homework. And that hurts you.
I'm going to be honest with you. I don't know how much longer I'm going to be at ASU because I'm scaling my business now. And now I'm
I'm interested. What kind of business are you in? You in a real estate business?
real estate wholesaling.
Real estate wholesale?
Yeah.
What does that mean?
Basically, you find a house, then you get a contract, but you're not actually buying it. What you're doing is you're assigning the right to the contract to a rich landlord or investor, and then you make an assignment fee
Oh, just finding a house for
for a cash
investor?
buyer. Yeah.
Oh, okay. That's pretty good. Is your parents in the real estate business also?
No.
Is this something you started?
Yes. This is.
Well, that's pretty good for you. If you
The plan is to. The plan is not to work for anyone. The plan is to escape the trap of working for someone else and making someone else's
You'll be
dream.
your own business. Yeah, your own. Yeah, I understand.
So,
you
I
don't want
just
to work
do-
for somebody else with your life. I understand that. Okay,
I just
wanted
don't.
to make sure you knew where you stand in this class, okay?
Yeah. Well, thanks for letting me know.
Well, yeah, I'm sorry, it's gonna be a tough road for you. So I'm glad your business is good. That's a positive. Are you taking some other classes here also? You're not just taking this class only here.
No, I mean, I have other classes. I have like,
You got decent grades in those other classes?
I have physics and I have stats. Doing fine on those, but
Yeah.
last year I was a straight A student, but it's just worthless information when I'm not gonna need it any time in life.
Yeah, you're not gonna go into aviation career-wise, probably
Probably
not. Probably not, huh? I understand. Yeah.
That was the plan a year ago, but ever since I started finding ways to make money online, like back in March, and I recently closed my first deal, and now I'm starting scaling, and I just don't think my days here are, I don't think I'm just not going to be here for much longer.
Yeah, okay, I understand. People change majors and change what they want to do all the time. It's
Yeah,
not
for sure.
unusual, okay?
Yeah, well, I guess I'll see you next semester then.
Well, you gonna come take your final? You gonna come do your final on Tuesday?
Yeah, I'm not gonna like quit or anything. I'm
Okay.
not gonna I'll come in and do it. But,
Okay. Okay, good, yeah.
yeah.
Okay, sounds good.
Thanks, man.
Okay, Will, take care, we'll see you Tuesday.
See ya.